This week on American Airgunner, we'll be getting a one-on-one lesson on the increasingly popular Airgun 3-gun and Airgun Steels competition circuit. And this week at the round table, we're talking all about airgun scopes and mounts. All this and more coming up right now. All right, so I'm here now with my man Rob Potter. Rob, how you doing?
All right.
It's good to see you, bud.
Yes, nice to see you.
So you guys probably remember him. We were in Arizona at your gun show. We did a little steels competition, did some 3-gun. Then you were getting a new program started up that you're running nationwide. Tell me a little bit about that.
The program we're going to be doing is also Steel Target. It's mirrors like your Steel Challenge.
Okay.
And this is a speed action shooting, so it's going to be totally different than something in the airgun world that we've been doing.
Right. Now we're here in Fort Smith, Arkansas right now at the Umarex first ever Steels competition, right? So this is an airgun competition. Yes. Umarex is putting on, and this is something that if people were getting involved in this, they would have to come to a tournament like this, win it, move on to a regional, move on to a state, and then eventually hopefully move on to a national competition, right? That's how it would work.
That is the total plan for everything to go all the way to a national shoot.
When the competition starts, take me through it.
You shoot one stage 5 times.
Okay, so it's like pick up the gun, safe, you give me a call, right? How do I know when to start?
Right. What we do is we go over to the commands. The command's going to see will be shoot, are you ready? And then I say stand by, and then you hear an audible beat, and then you'll start shooting as soon as you hear the audible beat.
And I shoot as soon as I hit the middle one, timer stops.
We have a score that's follows in that lane.
Okay.
And I say the time. He's going to ask us if there are any penalties.
So I basically have the 8 shots to hit the 5 targets.
Correct.
And if I miss them, I get the penalty. So it's either when I hit the timer or if I run out of ammo.
And what we do is we look at the score.
Yeah.
Your highest score.
So my slowest.
Your slowest time.
The highest time. Okay.
Exactly right. We eliminate that one for your 4 lowest times.
Why is this so important to get going in the airgun world?
We don't have nothing developmental out there for your airgun world.
Right. Okay.
And there's a lot of air guns out there. We don't even get to shoot in any kind of sport except for planking in our backyard.
Okay. What's a really good time on this lane?
This stage right here with about 4 seconds.
4 seconds. All right. I'm ready.
So
we ready?
Ready to go? Let's grab our eyes and let's get them on. Okay. Load, make ready. Shooter, you ready? Stand by. .15. Okay, so 1.5.
Okay.
So confirm that. That's your score. 0 penalties.
All right.
There you go.
Safe
now we can go to the next stage.
Okay, let's do it. Stage 2.
Okay. Now, this scenario is going to be different on this, Rossi.
Yep.
This is called focus. Okay. One of the ideas you want to maybe focus on the second to last target, because for you to be able to transition, if you have a closer one or further one, if you start missing, it can get yourself on a target.
So kind of start in the middle, work my way to the deep one, then
exactly
work my way up,
right.
and then the front closest one is the
is your stop target.
Okay.
Shooter, you ready? Stand by. Hit. 7.70.
7.70?
Yes, and he did nick the bottom of that last target. No penalties.
We're pretty dead on shots there. Look at that right there, huh?
Right. Now you start to center.
I'm starting to get loosened up here.
Right.
All right, stage 3, shall we?
This is called in and out. Okay, this one here, your stop target, your middle target.
Okay.
And here you have some 5-inch round targets. So there's some
smaller?
2 smaller ones and 2 bigger ones in the back. Shooter, you ready? Stand by. Out. 12.72. Add 1 penalty.
Last stage.
Last stage.
Shall we? All right, well, that's frustrating. But see, that's why I need the 5 rounds, right? That's why I need to go through so I can get, because you get more comfortable, right, the more you shoot on it.
Right, the more you shoot it. And so that's why also practice makes perfect.
So here we go, last stage.
All right, this stage is called speed trap. Again now, you have some 5-inch targets outside. Now you got 1 big target, 6x8 downrange.
Okay.
That's your furthest target. Your all the way to the right-hand side target is your stop target. Shooter, you ready? Stand by. Ah! Out. You would have been 9.97 with the 1 second penalty.
All right, So obviously that's a lot of fun, and my competitive juices are now flowing like crazy. Rob, listen, I appreciate it, man. Good luck in the tournament this weekend. Guys, there you go. That's it, Steels. Where can they, if they want to do an event, where can they find you?
They can find us at shootrightaz.org and be able to email me, and I can get them set up to be able to get something going in their state or in their city.
There you go, and if you guys want to get involved in this, just jump online, look around, try to find a competition close to you, and get involved. Steels is legit and super fun. Stay with us. We got more American Airgunner coming up after this. All right, I'm going to practice, Rob. When we come back, it's time to sit down at the round table. This week's topic, airgun scopes and mounts. American Airgunner is sponsored by Umarex, zeroed in. Pyramid Air, America's largest retailer of air guns. By Hot Sign, serious, solid impact. And by the Boot Campaign, awareness, patriotism, assistance. Welcome to the round table. Today I'm joined by the godfather of air guns, Tom Gaylord, Jim Chapman, Rick Usler. Gentlemen, how we doing today?
Doing great.
Doing fine.
So we've talked about scopes quite a bit in some of our round tables, and it seems like no matter what we talk about, then everyone has questions about something we didn't talk about. So I just want to talk about some of the new features out there on scopes that air gunners are seeing and not really sure what to do with them.
One of the things that I see a lot of new scopes coming out with are illuminated reticles.
Red and green, right?
Yep, red and green.
What's the point?
Or 36 colors with this particular scope.
Oh, the rainbow of fruit flavors.
Yes.
Nice. What's the point of a
It
colored
depends on
reticle?
what you're looking at. There are times when you'll be, again, I'll talk from the field, when you're in the field in a red crosshair, illuminated red, can still be lost. If there's a reddish tinge to the lighting, if it's sunrise or sunset and you get an orangish glow, you can lose that red and the green stands out more.
Okay.
But the reason for the lighted reticle, any way you look at it, is that when you're shooting in low light or low ambient light, and that happens a lot in hunting, early in the morning, late in the day, you can get a silhouette of your game. So you see a silhouette of a rabbit under a bush or a squirrel in a tree, but when you bring the crosshairs up to look at it, they get lost because they're black. They get lost against it, so you don't really know where you're pointing. And being able to light up that reticle will let you go over the silhouette and line up your shot and get a good shot in light that's too low to do it otherwise.
And we should point out, everybody worries about, well, these things run on batteries, you know, the batteries are going to go bad. If the battery goes down, you still got a black reticle. It's just like any scope.
You're no worse
anyhow.
off than you were.
Yeah,
right.
really. So they work.
They also work really well if you're shooting targets. A lot of targets are black or very dark.
Yes.
And if you're
bring it out against that.
and especially if the scope has a very fine reticle, it can get very easily lost. Some of your real precision scopes have a very, very very fine, and that's where the illuminated reticle comes in handy as well.
And that's a great one too, because we're going to the talk of reticles. There are a lot of new reticles coming out. You know, there are companies, Hawk uses the MAP, which is their multiple aim point series that corresponds to their computer program for looking at what the function of the pellet style, the velocity is traveling, and let you map out onto that reticle the different velocities where your pellet's going to be at range. And that's cool. And there's a Christmas tree. There are all kinds of different reticles.
Okay. What about some of the things? Because I know, you know, you look at this scope, and I got to do in there. Sometimes it's like this has a little handle. Sometimes you have to like use a coin of some sort.
Yeah.
But then you look at these kind of newer. They're ready to go, and they're pretty obvious on what is up, what is left and right.
These are nicer because they also show you how much up and down you put in, whereas that style doesn't. You can turn that style all day long. You won't know where you are
Right,
in
you-
the up
you
and
feel
down.
clicks.
Exactly.
Another thing with these scopes that you see between the two that we haven't talked about is the size of the scope itself.
Yeah, we talk about a 30 millimeter tube or a 25 millimeter tube or a 1-inch tube. We're talking about the diameter of this tube right here, not the ends, but the tube in the middle. The larger the tube is, the larger the lens package inside the tube can be, and the more light it will allow through it.
But what it really comes down to is the lens coating.
Oh,
And
lens coating,
Yeah.
number of lenses,
Right.
precision with which the lenses were ground, the quality of the glass in the lens. I mean, that's all important.
So let's move to this scope, right? All the same things, but in different places, right?
Well, this has got those beautiful turrets that you like. Those
So
are
this
target
makes it nice and
turrets.
easy. So and you can lock them up and down, right? Same thing up here, so you can parallax. Yep. This is your zoom in here, and then this is just the end instead of the whole.
That's correct.
The other thing is look at the difference in the size of the objectives. What's this, that's a
40, it looks like.
44 maybe. We have a 50, and this is a 40.
Yeah, it looks like a
Might be
32.
Okay, anyway, we have small, medium, and large. We'll go with that. And so it's funny because you have a large objective but a smaller tube. So this one may balance out to be more about the same light transfer as that, with the little bit smaller objective with the bigger tube. So as you're looking at this, you have a big objective and a bigger tube. The potential to have better light transfer is there.
But then it all comes down to the lens coating.
Right,
So
exactly.
again, it's knowing your scope, it's
It
knowing
is.
the parts of it, because the parts change from scope to scope. Gentlemen, any other features of scopes that are new that people are having problems with or they consistently are asking about?
We're seeing scopes with wider magnification ranges. For example, UTG Leapers just came out with a 1 to 8 power for under $300, about $250. Until that happened, there were other scopes that did that, but they started at $1,500 and they went up over $5,000.
Wow.
So now Airgunners can afford that.
There you go. Well, guys, and that will end our discussion on scope features. If you want any more information on scopes, how to mount them, how to get the parallax straight, all that good stuff, go to our website at AmericanAirgunner.com and you can find all that information from these guys. That's it. We got more American Airgunner coming up after this. Thanks. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be continuing our competition tutorial later in the episode, where we'll see if I can handle the Airgun 3-gun course. All right, so I'm here with my man Rob Potter, and we are at Umarex's first ever Airgun 3-gun competition coming up this weekend. Pretty exciting stuff, am I right?
Yeah, very exciting.
So tell me, for the people that have no idea, what is 3-gun?
3-gun, they're using 3 different separate type of guns.
Okay.
The first stage on this one, we're going to use pistol.
Okay.
Our next stage that you go to, we're going to use shotgun.
All right.
And then last stage you're going to use, we're going to use some form of like AR rifle.
Okay, so like a semi-auto something.
Exactly, like semi-auto, no fully auto anything.
Okay. You're an official coach, and you go around and you put on these competitions in the local level, the regional level, the state level, and the national level, correct?
Exactly right.
Okay. So take me through it. Stage 1. You've got a pistol, and I see 10 targets up there.
On this one here, what we're going to do is downrange, you have rectangles and rounds.
Okay.
On this stage, you're only going to shoot the round targets.
Oh, the 5-round targets.
Exactly right.
Okay, got it.
So, but you don't want to shoot the rectangle targets because they would add a penalty to it.
Of course it does. Okay, next stage. Boom. Coming over here, this is all part of my time. I want to move quick.
Exactly.
And we get to a shotgun. Now, for those of you out there that are not seeing a shotgun in the airsoft world, this thing is legit. I mean, it loads up with a shotgun shell. It has 30 BBs in it, and then it shoots 3 BBs at a time.
This one here shoots 3 BBs at a time. We have our popper diamond targets, and you will shoot 6 targets on the ground.
Okay. Off to stage 3. Okay, so now this is an interesting stage from what I've seen because you're shooting 2 different types of targets at multiple angles here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
3 different sizes. On this stage right here in front of us,
Okay.
directly in front of us, you have 5-inch and 6-inch round targets down in front of you.
Okay, so you got 9 targets, smaller in the front, bigger in the back.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Then on this, to make it a little bit of a harder stage, we have to go across the stage, and that's where your rectangle targets are, and you have to shoot in between the pistol ones.
Okay.
So guess what happens if you shoot that pistol one?
Penalty.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'm famous for my penalties. So interesting. So that's where we saw earlier the square targets from the first stage.
Right.
So you're shooting an angle, but I'm noticing when I'm looking from my angle, one of the round targets is in between me and the square target.
Right, and that's the thing about 3-gun. You're allowed to move around.
So this
They
is
can
a
walk
fun.
and shoot.
It's active.
Exactly
It's
right.
what we all love to do. Run around and shoot things. Right. But
Right.
we want to be safe and we want to shoot at targets.
Right.
Okay.
And on this stage here, as an average right now, we have people cleaning in 30 seconds.
30 seconds for the entire round.
Right.
Woo! Of course, I've got to give it a run.
Yes.
Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
I'm a little nervous.
No, it's going to be no
Got
problem.
any last minute tips for me?
Just focus on your targets,
Okay.
and you'll be fine.
Here we go. Game on, baby.
Okay? Same commands,
Yes, sir.
same sound. Shooter ready? Stand by.
Yeah! Safety.
Okay. 63.94.
I'm sorry, what?
63.94.
63.94.
Yes.
I demand a recount. 0 penalties. Little gun issue there.
Yeah.
Move through it.
And that was the time factor that gained time on you.
Yeah. Take that away, probably looking at
Say you cut off about 15 seconds.
15 seconds, so we're looking at like almost like 48 seconds.
We'll be conservative, say 48 seconds.
48 seconds. For the people out there that just saw that and were like, man, that looks amazing, because it is amazing, where can they find out where a 3-gun competition or airgun 3-gun competitions are so they can get involved?
They can go out to our website, shootrightaz.org.
That's it for us. Thank you so much, Rob. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Always good to see you. Good luck with the tournament this weekend. More American Airgun are coming up right after this. I'm gonna go get loose. Woo! Next week on American Airgunner, we'll be sitting down at the round table to discuss tips for pest control. The guys and I will step outside to talk about our favorite airgun targets. Rick is back with another gun review, and the godfather of air guns will be sharing yet another rare gem from his airgun treasure chest. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
We stormtroopers, you know, we're not really known for being the best shots. Determination and heart. And, you know, I mean, you know, just keep in mind, if you miss, you're going to get force choked. So